Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I've tried to record this multiple times, but I don't like recording videos when there's someone home and I'm home by myself. I don't know for how long, so I'm gonna try and make this quick. Um, People were messaging me, asking me how complicated my delivery with Abigail got. So with that, I think we were in and out of the hospital for about 3 or 4 days. Most of it, like in the beginning, was stress tests, like because my blood pressure went from being like just normal, like almost hitting not good. I don't know what the word is. And then when it came closer to my due date, it spiked. And so they want to keep check on baby, my blood pressure, whatever. I was induced. That is one thing I didn't want to do, but I was induced. We were checked into the hospital, I think, on my due date, I believe. I think. Or I was induced on my due date because I have juvenile rheumatoid arthritis, so they didn't want me going over 40 weeks. So I literally just hit 40 weeks when they induced me. What else? People asked why I didn't do a natural delivery. That's what me and Matt agreed on, that we wanted to do natural delivery and would basically only have painkiller when I needed it. That didn't happen. So what happened was I was induced. I think it was a couple hours later, contractions started. Well, early labor started. I was induced. My cervix was thinned. But I only got to 6 centimeters dilated. For over 48 hours, only 6 centimeters dilated, and it wouldn't go any further. So what happened there is that, sorry, I keep looking in the living room. What happened with that is that after I came back came home, slept for a couple hours, went back to the hospital, that's when the contractions started picking up. Every few minutes, so we're just like, why not? We just go back to the hospital. We were given the time to be back, but we went back early. So I called my mom and my sister, and they came to pick us up, brought us back to the hospital, whatever. And then we had a reserved room and didn't ask for it, but we got one. We got a private room, and the entire time that we were there. So we were there from basically in the last couple of weeks. You go to the doctor every week or whatever. So when I first started getting dilation checks, I wasn't dilating at all. My cervix wasn't thinning. You name it, nothing was going on. So then that's when they started talking about, by this date, if you're not making any progress, we'll induce you, whatever. So we went up in the hospital, and dilation got to 6, contractions every couple minutes. Being induced did help. Hands down, it did help. But that's when everything went to, that's when my delivery went to shit with her. Being induced, it helped, fasten things up. But what ended up happening, we wanted to do natural delivery hands down. Sorry, that was bugging me. But what ended up happening is that my doctor was training someone, I think, or someone was doing an internship or whatever, so she was doing all the checks, like cervix dilation. She was doing the induction, she was doing the morphine, you name it. She was basically being trained how to deliver a baby, right? So that was going on. We were admitted to the hospital, and then Matt, obviously, he had the week off, but he ended up constantly being called in because people suck. So my mom was there, my sister was there. My cousin came in from just outside of Barrie, Barrie, Ontario. He brought his girlfriend, my auntie, my cousins. They were all there, literally the day before we had her. Her due date was July 4th, so we were in there from somewhere from the 4th or after the 4th, and we were there 3 days after my delivery. So we were admitted, all that. We brought our hospital bag. Well, I brought my hospital bag. My mom basically only stayed there one night. No, yeah, one night. No, she didn't stay there at all. Actually, because she was off work for that week, and so was Matt. So the only people who stayed there for the night was Matt and occasionally my sister. So it hit a few days after my due date, and then the contractions started really, 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 really strong. Like, now I know how people say when you're in, like, when you're having a baby, it's the most painful thing in your life. They're right, but this, like, scarred me. I'm not even kidding, this actually scarred me. Hold on. So what ended up happening is that once the contractions started, they got so bad to the point where I couldn't, if I went to the bathroom and my contractions started, I literally could not leave the bathroom. My contractions lasted for 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes, and they lasted 5 to 10, but they got so strong to the point where I don't know if it's the same everywhere, but hospital beds have like this bar that you can attach to the bed just to like lift yourself up kind of thing. I had that, but I had a bad habit of every time I got a contraction, I would stop breathing. Like, my body just stopped breathing because it was so painful. Like, when I was having contractions, I couldn't walk. And they suggest you to walk around the hospital the further along in delivery. And it got to literally 40 weeks, I believe. I believe I literally just hit 40 weeks. The pain got so bad. And they were just like, well, do you want to continue with it? I couldn't answer because I was in tears. I was crying because of how much it hurt. So my mom, my sister, and Matt, they all talked about it. And because of how bad my arthritis used to be, they didn't want to... What's the word? They didn't want to be worried about how much pain I'd be in. So we had an emergency C-section. She was born July 11th at 4:19 p.m. We found out why. We got one spinal tap. You're not supposed to get more than one, but I got more than one. She was born via C-section July 11th, 4:19. We found out why I was in so much pain. It's because I was dilated, but not to the point where like I could do natural delivery. I had to have C-section. Her had like how I don't even know how to explain it. Where her eye is, like right here, it's like right like and not even an inch under her eyebrow. There's like a red like indent. Her head was stuck in my pelvic bone. There was no moving her. There was no nothing. And we were going on 49 hours of labor, and I couldn't do it anymore. What else? She weighed 8'9". And we were in the hospital for about 3 days after delivery. I did not leave the hospital until we got discharged. When we got discharged, we could have stayed another 2 days if we wanted to, just like so I felt comfortable. But we went home 3 days after. She, because of how painful and exhausting it was for me personally, my mom ended up taking her for the first night we brought her home, which is perfectly fine. And so my grandma, my mom, my sisters, they all had her for the night. Well, my mom had her for the night when we brought her home, and then my grandma had her for the next night, so we had 2 days of just sleep. But now she's gone at least once or twice a week because my grandma is very sick and she wants to get as close to her as possible. But, people just wanted to know what I meant by my delivery was complicated, and that is what I meant. I only got to 6 centimeters dilated. I don't know what percentage of E-face I was, and I was going on like 50 hours of labor, and nothing was progressing. So, And probably in the next couple weeks, I will be hopping on again because almost a month ago, I actually started my own at-home business. I'm not gonna get into that here because I'm exhausted. I'm waiting for Matt to get home. Like, I'm done. But I've been waiting so long to like do this video because so many people have wanted it. Baby's not home, obviously. She's actually at my grandma's. She's been there since yesterday. So, in the next couple weeks or in the next couple months, whenever I get around to doing it, I'll post what my business is. I will have my Instagram link down below, and my Instagram does have what my business is on it. But I think that's it, to be honest. I think I'm just gonna watch YouTube videos or Netflix till Matt gets home. I will be back on in a couple weeks in a few short months, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.